Hi and welcome to the Food Review Club Facebook page. And I'm talking a bit quiet because I'm in Richmond, Melbourne. There's people around early morning. Just had a coffee and Vegemite toast, sourdough. $24. It was a mug of skinny latte and 2 pieces of sourdough with Vegemite and butter on the side. $24. I mean, I know food prices have gone up, but that's a bit ridiculous. But the toast was good, but I mean, it's very hard to stuff up sourdough. Coffee was good. The cafe was called Cheeky Monkey in Swan Street, Richmond. Anyway, I enjoy just sitting there on my own sometimes, having a coffee early morning. Do a bit of people watching. Now I'm just walking around Richmond, heading towards Bridge Road. Let's see what else I can bring to you. Back soon. Back again. So it's Friday and we came down to Melbourne last night for my nephew's 30th birthday. It's actually grand final weekend this weekend. Tomorrow, big grand final day. And we'll probably go to the grand final parade. I'll take the kids into the city, which would be good. But plenty of people around now for the grand final. Melbourne obviously or Victoria has a public holiday. It's amazing, isn't it? A public holiday for a game of footy. That's all right. It gives people a day off. Quite funny last night. It wasn't funny really, but we got a taxi from Richmond to Fitzroy to the 30th birthday. The taxi fare, it was only about 15 kilometres. The taxi was $46. Now, my wife and I, we didn't have Uber on our phones, so we went for the taxi. Nice guy, Omar, the taxi driver. He's got 7 kids, 4 girls, 3 boys. And I didn't mind supporting him. It cost us $46 roughly for the taxi fare. Anyway, when we left the hotel to come back to our apartment, turn around here, my wife uploaded Uber on her phone and it cost $26. So it was $20 cheaper with Uber. But you know what? I don't mind supporting the taxi industry as well, because they basically got shafted when Uber come in. And where am I going? Anyway, I'll catch up with you later. And whilst I'm talking about Uber, another one is Uber Eats. Now, Uber Eats, they shafted the restaurant industry. Did you know with Uber Eats, when people go online and order a food delivery on Uber Eats at a restaurant, did you know that Uber, they take 30% of the menu price? So if you order through Uber, say it's Indian restaurant, and say your meal price is say $100, right? Uber would take $33 of that in their own pocket. So what a lot of restaurants found was that they weren't making any money. So another reason why I don't really like Uber. Back soon. Get your scooter. I'd rather walk, thanks. I'm enjoying the walk this morning. You'll never guess who I bumped into on my little walk this morning. My twin brother Steve. So now we're going for a walk. G'day Steve. Just turn around and say hi. You're on Food Review.
G'day, Food Review.
Yeah, actually, so Steve, you're staying at the Amora motel here in Richmond. You often stay there, don't you? What are your thoughts on it?
Oh, it's a good spot. If you look closely, there's a couple of e-bikes in there.
There's a couple of e-bikes in the river, is there? So you rate the Amora, Steve? Good motel?
I'd give it out of, what is it, out of how many stars?
Out of 10, what would you rate out of 10 for comfort levels and quality? And
I'd go 8 out of 10 for quality.
Yep.
1 out of 10 for price, bit pricey.
Bit pricey, bit like everything. A bit like my Vegemite toast this morning. $24 for coffee and Vegemite toast.
Yeah, a little bit exy.
But it looks nice. There's the Amora up there. You probably can't see it just behind those trees. We're on the Yarra River. Now the Yarra River's, there it is there. It's looking a bit brown, Steve, the river. What do you think that is? All is that all the...
Probably dirt. Silt, maybe.
A little bit of silt. Well, we went to Assumption College, Kilmore. We're pretty good at footy, weren't we? We used to beat all these private schools. But
Well, we didn't have,
hey?
we didn't have boats or yachts at Assumption.
No.
We had pigskin.
And look, that's a team we beat, Steve. Xavier College. See that? They were in the APS. We're in the Assumption was in the AGS, and we used to beat Xavier. We used to kill them, didn't we? Used to flog them. Speaking of food, Steve, how did you rate the food at boarding school at Assumption?
I'm trying to forget about it. Wasn't great.
Yeah, I think we had off pies there one day, Wedgwood. I think the contract chef got them off the back of the truck.
Actually, the pies were pretty good.
So
I didn't mind the pies.
You like the off pies, did you?
Didn't like the ham and pineapple though.
Ham and pineapple, you're no good. I mean, in the end, I stopped going to the car to dinner. I used to get a cherry ripe and a packet of chicken chips for dinner every night.
That is quality cappuccino made by a robot.
Right, well this will be cheaper than the one I had this morning because you're paying for it on your room. We're back at the Amora. Nice little spot and great football team, Carlton Footy Club.
Beating heart.
So Steve, this is a automatic coffee, so it's not basically a coffee that's made by a person. You do it yourself. But how do you rate it being out of an automatic machine?
Bill Gates makes a really nice coffee. Him and Steve Jobs.
What's that got to do with coffee?
Well, robots make it. AI.
So this is an
AI-made coffee.
AI coffee, righto. Do you still rate it okay?
That's an espresso. Not too bad. Have a go at your cappuccino.
Bloody terrible. Back up the truck, Steve. So that sourdough there with butter is the same. Mine was $25 this morning, but Steve's whole breakfast is probably less than $25 staying here at the Amora. Look at that, back up the truck. He's just gone and might just pinch his sausage. Amora, if you're watching, I'm not having a free breakfast. I've got a free water and my AI coffee. It's actually not too bad. Well, it's the morning of the AFL Grand Final and I'm just staying over the road to the MCG. There's a G behind me and there's a fair bit of action happening here. In about 7 hours, there'll be 100,000 people screaming in that grandstand there. And I just wonder, we'll do a calculation on how many grams of chips, fries, they will do today. Let's do a calculation. So let's just say 1/3 of the crowd have a box of chips each. So let's say 30,000 people have a box of chips. That's 30,000 boxes of chips. So that's 6 million grams of fries, and so it's around about 30 or 40,000 potatoes will be used today at the MCG for the AFL Grand Final. See there? So let's just go down here and have a look around. So there's already people lined up, and it's only about 7 o'clock. People are lined up to come into the footy. The coffee van is very busy. Go Warnie. Anyhow, I'm heading back to my hometown to watch the grand final. Thanks for watching. Over and out. See you later.